Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to officially welcome you to another Mikey Live program, and this is where it all happens. We are talking about the good, we are talking about the bad, and we are talking about the Mikey. So many things are happening in the world. So many things are happening here in Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent, Jamaica. Their mother toll is off the charts, even with a pandemic. It's just interesting, right? Here in Grenada, we are trying to put up with the Saharan dust for persons who woke up this morning feeling a little nauseated. People with respiratory problems and so on, feeling some sort of discomfort. Of course, that's because there is Saharan dust and it is expected to be around for a couple of days. We'll talk to you about that and more. Folks, let's see what's making the headlines. A huge turnout for vaccination today at the Radisson. And that was for frontline workers, people of the hotel industry, etc. We'll talk to you more about that in a moment. And the man who confessed to burning house to the ground granted bail. We'll talk about that in a moment. And the teachers are to continue their protest this week as well. South African virus variant was found in New York, all right, in a New York resident. We'll talk about that. St. Lucians, they react to COVID-19 vaccine rollout. That and more when we come back from our first break. Folks, we got to let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of the Communal Cooperative Credit Union, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Real Value IGA Supermarket, Licks Laundry Detergents, and of course, Courts Grenada Limited, the Ministry of Health, Digicel, and now WASA. When we come back, it could be real news in Olili Lolo. So brace all yourself and think. Let me make sure thing up me elbow and thing, I mean, yes. So when we come back, it's about the news, all right? We want to say thank you to our sponsors, those who sponsor the headline and those who sponsor the program in general. We appreciate you. Folks, here's what. We are taking that first break and we'll be back shortly. If you have not yet done so, we'd like to encourage you to please go ahead and share the program. You see, when you share the program, that's when other people get to come on in and be part of the business. So go ahead and share the thing, man.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
If your whites aren't looking whiter and brighter,
just give them licks.
If your clothes isn't feeling soft and smelling fresh and scented all day,
give them licks.
If your dishwashing liquid doesn't smell like lemon, protects your hands with vitamin E, and gets rid of that stubborn grease,
just give them licks.
Just now. So that old smell, stain, grease mark, and dust still on your floor?
Power! Licks for them!
If your toilet still has those stains and dirt marks?
Licks!
So the color's fading and the stains still in your clothes, huh?
Licks, licks, licks!
Your product's giving you licks?
Then choose Licks from Walker Enterprises. Also available at all leading supermarkets.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy. Yeah?
Boy, line boy, your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016 or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Feel good facts.
Avoid the most common causes of spreading the flu. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue, dispose of it straight away, and either wash your hands or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NOWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
The various COVID-19 vaccines work differently, but all do the same thing. They stop COVID-19 from making you sick. When someone usually gets sick from a virus, that virus has been able to get into the body's cells and force them to make more of the virus. And until a body has had enough time to make antibodies to fight the virus, that person will stay sick. But when you get a COVID-19 vaccine, it tells your cells to pretend to look like COVID-19 cells. And because your body's defenses think those are COVID-19 cells, even though they aren't, your defenses start preparing antibodies to fight the virus, even though you don't have the virus, and your body won't attack your cells that look like COVID-19. Now with your body prepared, if the real COVID-19 virus comes along, your body is ready to stop it right away, so you won't get sick. All because the vaccine prepared your body. So, get your vaccine when it becomes available, so your body is protected.
All right, and folks, let's get right into what's making the news for tonight. Now, the first thing that we are going to tell you about, boy, is that the valve regulations have been happening for several areas in Grenada, and that is because we are not getting as much rain as possible, and then with the storage capacity depleting, well, what's in there is depleting, and we don't have huge storage capacities, so that when there's rain and the rainy season, that we have we have a nice thing, so that even when we don't get rain for a long time, we have water. We are not there yet, but we are getting there because there's a project that is currently ongoing that's going to address these concerns. But in the meantime, what has been happening is valve regulation, so that there's equitable distribution of the water. Right? Which is the limited resource. And that's what, when they say there's valve regulations, that's what it is. Now, the National Water and Sewage Authority, they would like to advise customers in Post Royal that in order to ensure equitable distribution of the limited water supply available for distribution, a valve regulation schedule is instituted effective 8 p.m. tonight. So that was about an hour ago, and that will go until further notice. Now, the areas that are going to be affected, Pleasance, for example, in St. Andrew, Post Royal, the supply is going to be available 8 a.m. Tuesday to 8 p.m. Friday, and 8 a.m. Saturday to 8 p.m. Monday. So it ain't bad, all right? It ain't bad. And they are saying that they would really like your cooperation and understanding in that regard. Now, please be advised that the information provided is based on the current water levels and can change without prior notice depending on availability of supply. The authority continues to monitor the city water system and its capacity to meet the demand and will keep affected customers fully aware of their supply status as information becomes available. Consumers, you are encouraged to collect and store water in clean covered containers whenever you have a supply, and so that sometimes when when the water goes out, that at least you have something to work with still. I would always advise a water tank. Water tanks, like $800, $1,000, and you could. There are some of these places that allow you to pay, to earn it. How did I call it again? Higher purchase, something like that. So find out, who is doing that, and that should be good for you, all right? Because it's essential. A water tank is essential. Earlier, today was no ordinary day, for a lot of people, frontline workers and so on. It was their vaccine day. Yes, so today was the first day, and boy, they turned out in their numbers, a huge amount, in fact. Many persons might be surprised, but hundreds of persons turned out this morning to receive their first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine. Persons from the hospitality sector, they showed up early this morning to get their vaccine, all right? It was for all frontline service providers, all right? And it happened at the Radisson Grenada Beach Resort Convention Center, Grand Dance, all right? The vaccine was being administered from 9 a.m. this morning to 2 p.m. And so it was for police officers, customs and immigration, like the law enforcement officers, people who worked on the port, the dock, airport workers, hotel employees, certified taxi operators, all these people, they were the persons who received the vaccine. There were people from True Blue Bay Resort. I think they were from Sea Breeze Hotel, Silver Sands, Calabash, Blue Horizon. So they all turned out this morning to receive their first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine. All right, and then I think it's going to continue throughout the course of the week for that particular sector. All right. Last week, the Ministry of Health gave information that the vaccine was going to be administered to that sector. And of course, soon, once they are completed with the frontline workers and essential workers, then the general public will be advised as to when they can come in to receive their vaccine. The National Disaster Management Agency announced their Carib Wave 21 to be held on Thursday, March 11th, 2021. This year's scenario will involve a tsunami generated by a magnitude 8.5 earthquake, located off the northern Lesser Antilles. Everyone, you're encouraged to register to participate in the exercise, but a drill will be held with students attending schools in Victoria and Guelph and the workers at the oil farm or farms in Grand Mall. The 2021 exercise gives Grenada a unique opportunity to test not just the country's response to tsunamis, but also test our level of preparedness operating now in the multi-hazardous environment. All COVID-19 protocols, as outlined by the Ministry of Health, they say will be enforced. All right, so let's see how that one go work out. And think, the little, they're doing the little, simulations and stuff like that. When it happens, all you be about yourself. Don't go and put out thing out there and say, oh, Grenada have a tsunami. It's going to be an exercise. And we're telling all of that as early as now. And folks, and the irony is, We're telling people about this now, that it's going to be an exercise. There's going to be an exercise, and the exercise will simulate this particular scenario. And when it happens, everybody going to put on social media, hey, how many ambulance Grenada has soon? Wait. I'll go say Mikey this say. You understand? Anyway. Now, the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force wishes to advise the general public, and in particular motorists, that the Landsbridge St. John will be closed to vehicular traffic from Tuesday 23rd February 2021 for approximately 1 week. Now here's what. The closure is necessary to accommodate much needed repairs to the expansion joints on the Landsbridge. The work entails the removal and cleaning of existing joints and the replacement of new material and resurfacing. Now, preliminary work commenced on the weekend, but closure is only necessary from Tuesday, 23rd February 2021, which is tomorrow. Now, as a result of this closure, vehicles traveling from St. George direction will make a right turn at the intersection of Central and St. Peter's Street, continuing onto St. Peter's Street. Then they will make a left turn onto Harbour Bridge, continue towards Middle River, a left turn onto Central Guava Estate, down Langton Road, onto Stony Gut Road, and exit on Dr. Bell Road towards Moran. Vehicles traveling from Moran direction, they will enter Upper Deputy Street, make a left turn onto Hillsview Road, a right turn onto Edward Street, a left turn onto Langton Road towards Central Guava Estate, a right turn onto Middle River towards the Harbour Bridge, a right turn onto St. Peter's Street, and exit on Lower Deputy Street in the direction of St. George. It only sounds complicated. It's not that complicated, okay? For persons who are accustomed to that traversing through Grove, will find it very easy, because I think they already did that route when the bridge was being constructed. Well, they're doing repair work at time. I find that soon. But anyway, me not an engineer. Yeah, Papa, let me leave that talk alone. I'm staying in my lane. All right. What else do we have to tell you, boy? We are moving on. So, Olia, yes, now the next thing that we have to tell Olia about, boy, a man who was confessed to burning a house down to the ground was granted bail. Now, we told you about that incident that happened last week. You know, man, they charge a man, you know, they say it's some sort of relationship problem that they were having. You understand? And then house gone up in flames. So he had his day in court today. It was just right after the fire happened. He was picked up by police. You know, we were telling you that there was this social media post and all that. You know, he was saying that, hey, watch now, what's going on? You know, man had to build house with people and things, and then when they almost finish, then, you know, man, they want to put out man in house and things like that. The man say he frustrated and things like that, and, you know, taking that so, you know. Next thing you know, house gone up in flames. You understand? Well, according to sources, he has confessed to this, to the arson. He had his court appearance and was granted bail in the sum of $15,000. He's a 36-year-old Kevon Joseph, Hermitage St. Patrick. Yeah, boy, he was arrested and charged by officers of the Criminal Investigations Department last week for that fire. No. The struggle real, dog. You understand? Yeah, boy, you know, relationship issues and things, and them things jed. Yeah, boy, them things jed. You know, sometimes when you do things and you look back at it, in the name of love, you wonder, whoa, yo. You understand? And we all go through it. You know what I mean? Man as well as woman. It's tough. And there's no set of rules. Hey, the writing is never on the wall to say, to be an ideal boyfriend, these are the steps that you take, or to be an ideal girlfriend, these are the steps that you take, because with every person, or with every couple, the situation will differ. what works for this couple may not work for you. Some couples like to be cuddly and always together, you know, like bim and bam, tick and tack, or tick and talk. You understand? While others they like this space, and that's what works for them. So it'll be tough. It'll be tough, you know. But how we handle that toughness is what is going to make us or break us. You understand? It's tough. People who've been in relationship for years, 15, 20, 25, 30, they end up divorcing because things change and they just cannot maneuver as a unit among the changes. And so they go their separate ways. You know, sometimes it's easier said than done. Like when water seems to be more than flour, instead of you still try to make dumpling, you can make a little porridge instead. Not many of us want to make the porridge because it's dumpling we want. You understand? And if we're hell bent on dumpling we want, and water more than flour, we might be spitting top in mud. You ain't no coming back for the flour to water down. You ain't no coming back unless you decide to make some kind of funny thing when you put it out in the sun. You know what I mean? And these are the challenges. Anyway, lady, that talk. We're going. All you. The next thing that we have to tell all you about, boy, more protest is about to take place from the Union of Teachers, as they are saying that they're not getting the kind of satisfaction they need from the government. Now, last week, Friday, there was a protest. And on that same day, further talks with the government and the Labour Commissioner as they try to find a way forward for their 4% increase that was due at the end of January of 2021. Mr. Andal, head of the GUT right now, says, listen, they're not seeing eye to eye on this. They don't believe that the situation is the way the government is making it out to be.
Fellow citizens, the Grenada Union of Teachers met with the Labour Commissioner and the government's negotiating team to discuss the current industrial impasse. The government's team indicated that the current revenue collection does not give them the ability to pay the increase at this time. The GOT acknowledged that there was a drop in revenue collection. However, the union retorted that the extent of the decline in revenue was significantly inflated and that the claim that the decline in revenue amassed to 50% was not accurate. The government's team gave the date on or before the end of December 2021 as a payment date. The GOT's team rejected that proposal and requested that the revenue situation be reviewed at the end of March 2021 to consider the payment on or before the end of May 2021. The Honorable Oliver Joseph, who led the government's team, indicated that the union's proposal will be taken to Cabinet for consideration. The minister suggested that the union should call off its industrial action. The minister was reminded of the section dealing with dispute resolution in the agreement, which read, "No part of this section shall be interpreted to mean that either party cannot be engaged in any form of industrial action for the furtherance of the cause, whether in whole or in part or in solidarity at any stage, save and except during the process of arbitration." The union wishes to thank all its members and the general public for their tremendous support and encouragement. Meanwhile, the struggle continues.
Thank you very much, sir. Meanwhile, the struggle continues. Of course, we always ask the question whenever there's polarizing scenarios or contentious matters. In your humble opinion, what do you think the teachers should do? Continue protesting or not? Please leave your comments in the comment section. Do you believe that the teachers and the public sector unions should continue protesting or not? We are moving on. How are we looking for time? I think one of the biggest things that's happening right now is the Saharan dust that is that is threatening our way of life right now. For people who like to do outdoor activities, and for people who has to be outside. I mean, all of us do spend some time outside, at some point in time in the day, whether it is that we are going through our commute and so on. And check this graph. This shows that was around midday today, and it gives you an idea as to the concentration of dust in the region. And you can see where Grenada falls on this. So it's severe. And the Meteorological Office at the Maurice Bishop International Airport, they issued a warning for increased levels of Saharan dust expected to affect the state of Grenada in the coming days. According to a weather bulletin issued on Sunday, a plume of Saharan dust is expected to travel across the southern eastern Caribbean over the next few days. And though the advisory forecast minimal impact, it highlighted that conditions can change over time and that 24 hours exposure can lead to moderate health concerns. The Ministry of Health has encouraged the 3 vulnerable groups of people: children, the elderly, and those living with respiratory and heart disease to have their medications on hand. For people with asthma, ensure that they have both preventer and reliever medications. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Medical Doctor, Dr. Francis Martin, is advising that the preventer medication be used before the dust arrives, and if it in need of further intervention, also you can use your reliever. Now, the ministry also issued a warning for people living with skin conditions who may be susceptible to this condition to also be prepared. Other precautionary measures that can be taken are, but it's not limited to, avoid outdoor activities. If you must go outside, spend a little time outside as possible. Also, cover your nose and your mouth with a mask or damp cloth to reduce exposure to dust particles. Avoid vigorous exercise, especially if you have asthma, diabetes, or you have some sort of breathing-related condition. And stay indoors. Stay in air-conditioned premises, like your vehicles and so on, if you can. All right? Now, asthmatic people or those who have respiratory conditions can develop the following symptoms. That is shortness of breath, for example, coughing, wheezing, or chest pain. Other atmospheric impacts expected are discomfort when touching objects and increased disposition of dust of vehicles and other items. Now, the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, they're advising all to use every precautionary measure to guard against the harmful effects of the prevailing atmospheric conditions. All right? And so parents, you would also need to monitor your children, whether or not they have any known case of respiratory problems and so on, but monitor your children as well. If you can eliminate the amount of time or reduce on the amount of time that they're outdoors, that could be good as well, because you just don't know how this will affect them, all right? And sometimes they are not able to explain exactly what's happening with them. So you may have to monitor them or at least give them some sort of guidance, all right? Whether they are at school or at home. Okay, we are moving on. How are we looking for time? Here, time going, I see that. Oh, yeah, with just 52 days gone in the year, Jamaica has already surpassed 200 murders. Or we should say homicides, but murders, as they put it. A total of 212 killings were recorded island-wide between January 1st and February 22nd, according to the latest statistics compiled by the police there. During a lockdown and a pandemic, well, minimal lockdown, but pandemic, more general. Imagine that, you know. Now, last year, they recorded 1,300 murders alone last year. And when black people die, when black people, we don't even go there. We're killing our own people. What do you call it? What do you call it? When we kill our own people like that? Black against black. What do you call it? Olio, according to the Associated Press, the first case of the South African coronavirus variant has been discovered in a New York State resident. And that was announced by the governor, Andrew Cuomo. Eh? They say that the South African variant case involved a resident of Long Island's Nassau County. You understand? I don't know why. When will it all stop, man? When will it stop? What's going on with mankind? What's going on with what's going on with Earth? What's going on with the world? What's going on with the world, man? Anyway, now, as Caribbean countries roll out their vaccination plans, you find that there are different reactions by the citizens there. So far, based on what we are seeing in Grenada, people are taking the vaccine, but we will have a better idea as to how people are responding to it when it is time for the general public to receive the vaccine. But let's take a look at what's going on in St. Lucia as the Prime Minister and other top officials received their vaccine there last Wednesday.
St. Lucia's top health experts, frontline workers, and high-ranking government officials on live TV Wednesday took their first of 2 shots of the AstraZeneca manufactured COVID-19 vaccine. The aim was to assure the public of the vaccine's safety and to allay concerns. So did the live broadcast of the vaccine rollout inspire confidence? NBC Prime took to the streets to get your reaction.
Vaccine development is a process that involves rigorous and complex laboratory testing. It can take up to 6 years of animal and lab testing before a vaccine candidate can make it to the clinical phases for trials on humans. The COVID-19 vaccine is a rare exception, moving from the development stage to approval in less than 12 months. In 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic claimed millions of lives worldwide and infected millions more. In an effort to slow the spread, multinational public health agencies granted emergency use authorizations to international drug makers like AstraZeneca, Moderna, and Pfizer to approve their COVID-19 vaccine candidates. In February, St. Lucia got 3,000 AstraZeneca doses. Months earlier, one survey revealed more than half of St. Lucians say they'd refuse a free vaccine shot even if it were endorsed by the chief medical officer. This week, the island's top health experts, frontline workers, and high-ranking government officials were first in line to get the first AstraZeneca jabs. It was aired on live TV to dissuade public doubt and allay safety concerns from local anti-vaxxers and skeptics.
No, I'm not confident in taking any vaccine. At some point in time, it might be mandatory. However, I will never say never is never. However, for now, I don't intend to take it as yet.
Don't really trust these scientists 100%, you know. But I will probably time a little later down from now when I see how things going with the people. Well, then I will consider whether I will take it or not.
I don't believe that's the real COVID-19 vaccine. And I believe, yes, they said about they had that vaccine, that's to give the people. But everybody's different. You don't know what kind of effect it will have on people.
Wednesday's historic vaccine rollout may not have had the positive impact on the St. Lucian public. The Health Ministry has since rolled out its own survey to gauge and address COVID-19 vaccine concerns. To date, 25 people who tested positive for the COVID-19 virus have passed away. More than 2,500 have contracted the virus since the pandemic began a year ago. St. Lucia's leading health experts say the vaccine is the best option to contain and possibly eliminate COVID-19 from our society. Rihani Isidore, NBC Prime.
Thank you very much, Rihanni. All the best, all right, bro? And let's take a quick break, folks. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we've got the national report and weather.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
The various COVID-19 vaccines work differently, but all do the same thing. They stop COVID-19 from making you sick. When someone usually gets sick from a virus, that virus has been able to get into the body's cells and force them to make more of the virus. And until a body has had enough time to make antibodies to fight the virus, that person will stay sick. But when you get a COVID-19 vaccine, it tells your cells to pretend to look like COVID-19 cells. And because your body's defenses think those are COVID-19 cells, even though they aren't, your defenses start preparing antibodies to fight the virus, even though you don't have the virus, and your body won't attack your cells that look like COVID-19. Now with your body prepared, if the real COVID-19 virus comes along, your body is ready to stop it right away, so you won't get sick. All because the vaccine prepared your body. So, get your vaccine when it becomes available, so your body is protected.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Lavish the world's best vodka cocktail.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Feel good facts.
Avoid the most common causes of spreading the flu. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue, dispose of it straight away, and either wash your hands or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
It's showtime at Quartz. Shop today and save up to 30% off on selected Whirlpool cooker. Plus, get a chance to win amazing weekly prizes with purchases of $299 and over. So don't delay. Get what you need now and pay absolutely nothing until 2021.
Showtime. We got it. Just what you need. Yeah, Quartz got it.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Over 200 frontline workers received vaccination on Monday as the country's national vaccination drive continues. We'll have details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Monday, February 22nd, 2021, I am Rikisha St. Louis. 255 frontline workers were vaccinated on Monday, and more than 200 were registered to be vaccinated in the Ministry of Health's ongoing national vaccination drive, which is underway at the Radisson Grenada Beach Resort Convention Center. They include hotel workers, police officers, immigration and customs officers, certified taxi operators, and airport workers. There was a sizable turnout of workers from the hotel industry. Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association's president, Leo Gabbert, told the Government Information Service it is important for them to lead by example.
I think everybody needs to be sure that they look after their health. So that's one position. When it comes to the tourism industry depends on people being confident and being safe. So we all know Grenada is a very safe destination. The more of us who have the vaccine, the more tourists will say, actually, that's a safe destination to go to. So they will come. So we're in a good position, I think.
Arlene Friday, CEO of the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association, is anxious to receive the vaccine.
Like many people, people want to wait and see. That has been like the overriding theme. And so for me also, as the CEO, I believe Frontline are on the forefront of trying to get the vaccine out. My position here is to help coordinate, to get that all done. And then, yes, I will take the vaccine as well. But I believe that those who are dealing with travelers on the front line, I believe that they're the first tier. I will be also next in line to get my vaccine as well. Today alone, we have over 200 people who have registered to be here. Tomorrow, over 200 as well. And so it has been coming in. And, as I'm standing here today, more people are calling me asking if they could come down and get their vaccine as well.
GIS also spoke with former Chief Medical Officer and COVID-19 Response Coordinator Dr. George Mitchell, who was among the first to be vaccinated 10 days ago.
I've had a couple of interviews since then, and I am particularly proud to say that I did not get any negative reactions at all. And this is not me touting at all, but it's exactly what happened. I did not get a headache, I did not get fever, I did not get pain on the injection site. I can squeeze my arm for everyone to see. I did not get chills or anything like that. But the truth is that, and on the contrary, I have heard other folks who have had the injection and who have had some of the side effects. Some of the side effects that are expected when you receive a vaccine of that nature, or any vaccine, as a matter of fact. People get those signs, those symptoms that I have referred to just now. You get headaches, some people get chills, some people get pain on the injection site. And so that is to be expected for some people. So people react differently on the receipt of a vaccine. Personally, I did not feel anything. I don't know if it's my constitution or my belief or how confident I was, but I have had a very, very, very positive experience.
The vaccination program at the Radisson Convention Center runs until Friday, February 26th. The Ministry of Health is advising people with respiratory and heart disease, those with children and the elderly, to take the necessary precautions in the light of a warning from the Met Office that Grenada will be affected by increased levels of Saharan dust in the coming days. The weekend weather bulletin warns that a plume of Saharan dust is expected to travel across the southeastern Caribbean over the next few days. Although the advisory forecast minimal impact, it highlighted that conditions can change over time and that 24-hour exposure can lead to moderate health concerns.
The parts that are of human consideration are the particles that are smaller than 25 micrograms. This means that these particles are respirable, meaning that it is possible for us to inhale it into our lungs, and that's where the problem really is. It can cause anything from allergic reactions in the lungs to exacerbation of asthma to sinus problems, nasal problems, and in some people who are very sensitive, it can actually cause skin problems or skin disease. So for these types of persons, if you know you are sensitive to the dust, it's important that you keep your medicines close by, because most likely you would have already known that you're asthmatic. You would have already known that you have sensitive skin, and so you need to keep your medicines close by.
That was Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Medical Dr. Francis Martin. For people with asthma, it is advised that they have both preventer and reliever medication in their possession.
Becotide or the steroid inhalers are the preventers, so they prevent you from getting into an attack. But if it fails and you actually do get into an attack, then you need to take the reliever, which is the Ventolin, and that helps to open up the airway. The other thing the Becotide does, it stops the mucus production, because it's the mucus that actually blocks the airway that leads to wheezing in the first place anyway. It can also help with the congestion and the blocking of the nose and the coughing that you may get as a result of the dust. And for those who already have skin issues, again, a little steroid cream can actually help with keeping the skin nice and clean.
This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
Are you gonna wear your mask today? You see everywhere you go. There are rules you got to follow, so don't you say COVID-19 will delay. Take the opportunity to save your community. Don't be that guy, put a mask on your face if you're heading outside. It's your life, my life, more lives will be taken if we don't try. If you feel any symptoms, call the hotline. Stay inside until you feel fine. 6 feet away every day. Keep COVID-19 far from away. Keep Grenada safe. Be COVID-19 smart.
Welcome back. The Better Village washroom facility in Upper Bonnet, St. Mark, that falls under the Basic Needs Trust Fund's water and sanitation component of the 9th cycle, is nearing completion. The facility that will cater for male and female is equipped with toilets and bath with a washing station. Engineer with the BNTF, Jason Williams, updated the GIS on the progress of work during a site visit to the project.
The facility, it was one that was warranted in relations with the Ministry of Health and with also community members. We have requested for assistance in building such a facility here. Hence, we've constructed this is one of our smaller projects, and it's just more or less it entails the provision of bathroom facilities for both males and female, which will be 2 water closets for both male and female each side, so a total of 4. And then also shower facilities, individual shower facilities for both male and female, as well as external laundry area, and also a area for a storeroom attendant. As I said, the project is very small. Project cost is approximately just around 140,000 EC dollars, and the project duration expected around 4 months.
Once handed over, a memorandum of understanding will be signed that will address management of the facility.
So the projects will be managed by the resident, but also we have an MOU with the Ministry of Health, so they'll also assist in the managing and running of the facility. Normally in such project like ours, what you find happening is that small fees are charged for use of the facility to help in the overall maintenance and also the upkeep of the building. And we have examples, for example, the toy facility in Grenville, Waffley, if I'm not mistaken, would have been done some years ago by the BNTF project, and also so we're going to be following a similar method of operation here.
Michael Squeezer Aberdeen Britton has resided in the area for more than 21 years. He says the facility is indeed a welcomed one for the community.
I'm very glad that this toilet or whatever bathroom has been doing inside here, and it will be good for the people. And everybody inside here sure appreciate what's going on here. And we thank the government and the ministers and the people behind that created that toilet and bathroom. It's very good, and we love that.
Finally, in the news, a new policy is being proposed to further protect the marine environment through collaboration with the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARFA. This is part of the Grenada Tourism Authority's thrust to protect the marine environment for future generations while creating opportunities for the sector. The aim is to develop a public-private sector partnership to reduce marine waste coming from vessels. The project, dubbed Integrating Water, Land and Ecosystem Management in the Caribbean for Small Island Developing States, will examine Grenada and Carriacou's current capacity and create research-based solutions to deal with waste in an eco-friendly manner. Nautical Development Manager at the Grenada Tourism Authority, Nicoyan Roberts, told GIS via telephone about the 3 components that will be implemented.
There will be, under this code, mandatory physical inspections for all sealing vessels that arrive and receive official customs and immigration clearance into our official ports of entry in Grenada and Carriacou. That's the first part. The second part is that physical checks will be performed on each vessel, and there will be recorded monitoring of the environment and the anchorages where these vessels berth. And the third component will be an integrated enforcement of the IMO Caribbean Small Commercial Vessels Code by state-owned agencies.
Grenada, being part of the International Maritime Organization, the IMO, has a small commercial vessel code. In addition to marine protection, the adoption of the code will achieve cleaner seas and drive blue economy initiatives and opportunities. To support the initiatives, a subcommittee was formed from the new board of directors at the Grenada Tourism Authority. The subcommittee will be responsible for additional promotion of pure Grenada, increased visitors and revenue into the country.
It is chaired by Board Director Karen Steele, who manages the Marine and Yachting Association of Grenada Secretariat. We have the chairman of the local organizing committee. This is a volunteer committee of the Spice Island Billfish Tournament, which has been running effectively and successfully for the past 51 years. There was not an event this year, obviously, because of COVID. We have private sector involvement as well. Subcommittee member Mrs. Charlotte Fairhead, she is the marina manager for Camper and Nicholson Services Grenada, Port Louis, and I have also been invited to participate with that subcommittee, sit on that subcommittee, and do the necessary work to achieve our marketing objectives.
That story just ended the national report for today, Monday, February 22nd. Recapping the top story. Over 200 frontline workers received vaccination on Monday as the country's national vaccination drive continues. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Rikisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Thank you very much, Rikisha, and the rest of the news team at the GIS. We are moving on. Here we have now for you the weather. Generally fair is expected to be generally fair, that is the weather, and breezy, becoming partly cloudy at times with few brief showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 24.5 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas are moderate to rough. Waves 6 to 8 feet in northerly to northeasterly swells. A marine advisory remains in effect. And before we wrap him up, let's pick up a few people on the program. The only how I can see you, the only how I can know if you are there is, well, once I'm on the program, that is, I do not have the ability, well, I do not have the time to go through people who sign on, so I can only say hi to those who are chatting at the moment. And that is Kireen, Shireen, Charmaine, Joyous. The baby is fine, he's there, quiet. Javar, Brenda, Atalia, Jillian, Ezran, Vicky, Spice Girl, Michelle, Sharon, Rolander, Doris, Cynthia, Dolores, Kimon, Avril, Spice Girl, the usual suspects, Richard, Eunice, Yvonne, Jillian, and it goes around, Osric, my sister Lintona, Trevelyn, Mom, Zaka, Kenny, Jane, Suzette, Gwendolyn. Hey Gwen, it's been a while. I haven't seen you in a while, Gwendolyn. Marilyn, I said Yvonne already, right? Allah, what's happening, Allah? Ambassador, Allah, Angel, Cherry Ann, hi, I see that you're there. And everyone else, thank you. Yulin, Reuben, and everyone else, thank you for watching. And I trust that all is well with you and the family. I'll be back with you guys tomorrow, God's willing, same time, same place, where we're going to have another program for you. Until then, do have yourselves a good time. May God bless you and your family. And, you know, life is short. Try to find as much ways or as many ways as possible to enjoy it. There are going to be obstacles that you will find in your way, but do not let it prevent you from having a good life. Yeah? God bless you. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja! No! All the best. Whoa. I don't know where this one is going. This one has suddenly jumped the gun on me. All right. So anyway, guys, take care.